Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sebastian Trzynski-Clement.
Namaskara Bengaluru. मेरा नाम सेबास्टियन है और मैं गूगल में काम करता हूँ. आप सब लोग कैसे हो? I try to speak Hindi. Actually, I have to go out of my script now because I was expecting a very mild response. Sometimes I pretend I'm from Kashmir because I have blue eyes and I try to speak Hindi. And I guess it worked a bit today, right? But let's see if you're a bit more awake than I thought. I'll stick to English if you don't mind, because Hindi is not exactly my native language. And I'll repeat my question. But this time, I'm expecting a much, much louder response from you. With all the sessions yesterday, the concert, the free food, how good was the day yesterday? Tell me. All right, that's much better. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear these stories. I've been hosting events across emerging countries for the past 7 years, and I have to say, this event is quite something. But it was not possible to actually host this event without an amazing staff and production crew. People whose, I will not name everyone, but among others, Monica, Peter, Ben, Laura, Vanessa, Karthik, Dishant, many of them which I'm forgetting, but it's thanks to them that we can have this great event and have all of us come together today and share that experience. So let's give them a warm applause. Thank you for them. So, final few words. Bear with me. Aapka safar आनंददायक हो, ऐसी मेरी शुभकामना और मैं आपसे फिर मिलने का आश्वासन करता हूँ. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please can you make your way?
Hi, I'm Amrit. I'm a developer advocate at Google, and today we're going to talk about performance tooling. Imagine you built an amazing app, and you've now rolled it out to a lot of users. They've installed your app, and then they tend to start seeing that even though you've built an amazing UI for it, some things are not right. Things are loading up slowly, there are crashes at times, or it takes waking up too many times because of external signals, push notifications, or just because there are too many alarms on it. Any of these things, background processes, all these things, waking up your app too many times. And we also have a section in DAC, developer.android.com, where we have specified for each section how the Android vitals, what are they, and how you might want to respond and work with them. That's it from me for today. I hope some of these things are useful for you, and you've learned something new here. Go back and profile your apps. And if you make substantial improvements, do let us know your story so that we can come in and help you with more stuff. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Thanks for being here on a Saturday to hear more about PWA, AMP, other exciting things. My name is Ben Morse. I'm a developer advocate at Google, where I work on the web, helping make the web easy for programmers, fast, beautiful for users, and such. Before I was at Google, I used to make websites for companies like the New York Times, AOL, and before then I was a musician for some years. The band last night was incredible. If I could sing that way, I'd quit coding tomorrow and be a singer. I won't sing for you today, I promise. But we're here today to discuss something else, not my vocal ability or lack thereof, but the Shadow Reader, an example. As a former musician and still occasional musician, it's also about simplicity and beauty. I think that actually things that are simple and beautiful are good things because, I mean, as a programmer, you learn to make things that are clean, that are clear, that aren't cluttered with extra code that doesn't do anything. You want things to make sense to people. It's that simplicity and that beauty that make code good, and not just good aesthetically, but also more maintainable because it's easier to know what's going on. If you have less code and clearer code and simpler code, it works better. People in 5 years won't curse your name for putting in all this complicated stuff. Another reason to consider AMP is the simplicity and the beauty of things that are simple and beautiful. If you have questions, you can find me after this over at the Sandbox, over at the office hours. And also, people are asking a lot about where they can find out about AMP. So I added this slide just this morning. These 3 sites over here let you get started with AMP. ampproject.org is our site that lets you understand the various components, the validation, the cache, how various AMP things work. ampstart.com contains templates you can download to use that are pre-designed to make beautiful sites quickly, including yesterday's e-commerce template, the bike shop. ampbyexample.com is a good way to actually see examples of AMP components and try out the components yourself in a playground to make modifications to things and to see the result immediately. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Hello, everyone. It's a good turnout for second day after lunch. I hope you guys had a good lunch. Right. A quick show of hands. How many of you are professional Android developers writing apps? Great. And I'm sure you must have heard about It was a very quick talk. I actually covered a lot of ground on various background scenarios. But with all of these best practices, I would urge you to go back and look at your app again and try to see if you can fit in any of these best practices. If you still have any questions or concerns, or if your use case doesn't fit into these things that I mentioned today, feel free to talk to me after this session. I'll be here, and I'll also be at the office hours. Thank you.
All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining me. My name's Pete. I'm a developer advocate on the web team at Google. And I've been working on the web since pretty much as long as I can remember. I love the web because I think what's most awesome about it is that it makes the world accessible. As a developer, I don't need any crazy hardware. I can start with a really low-end computer or a really high-end computer. And for my users, it's the same thing. They don't need to go buy some crazy ideas for other audits. You can go to the tools and check those out, or go to their GitHub repo, see those, and suggest things there or add comments. With that, I will say thank you very much. I'm going to go over to the Lighthouse booth and hang out there. At the Lighthouse booth, you can run your tests through Lighthouse and see how it goes. Hopefully the network's a little better. With that, thanks, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking your time for our session, Android meets TensorFlow. I'm Kaz. I'm developer advocate for Google Cloud team. And for the first part of this session, I'd like to talk to you about how you need machine learning, the power of machine learning, running on your mobile phone applications. And in the latter part, Anita will talk to you more detail about the TensorFlow Lite, which is the lightweighted version, specifically designed for the mobile and embedded systems. So these are the agenda, while ML matters, what is TensorFlow, blah, blah, blah. When it's available. So I hope maybe this year and next year we'll be seeing more and more Android and iOS applications that runs the real deep learning model running inside it to solve the real world problems. So that's it. Thank you so much.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Android Instant Apps session. My name is Lila, and I'm an Android developer advocate. This session will cover building an instant app, including core concepts, the modularization process, APK sizing,
Instant app, link to our samples and code labs. A couple of useful resources that can help you manage your module size. And finally, some related talks on instant apps and modularization. All right, thank you, everyone. We're very excited with the experiences you will build. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to kind of the second to last talk of GDD India. My name is Mike McDonald. I'm a product manager on the Firebase team, and I'm joined with two of my colleagues, Todd and Dan. And we're here to do a brief overview of how to build an app with Firebase. Let's start with the premise of this app. Events together to turn complex processes into really simple applications. So thank you all for coming. If you have additional questions, we'll all be right behind at the speaker zone area. And thank you all very much, and enjoy the rest of the talk, or enjoy the rest of the conference.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Taylor Savage. I'm a product manager on the Chrome team at Google, working on our many different open source web developer products that we build as part of the Chrome team. And I'm here today to talk about one of the products that we work on Chrome in particular, that we've actually been working on for quite a long time, which is the Polymer project. Property on the Elements prototype.
Are you tired? Oh, thank you very much for overcoming the tiredness to come here. How many are you from the GDG community? Oh, how many of you are there from the developer student clubs? Awesome. How many of you are certified alumni? Nice. Thank you. To having you again and again and again. Thank you very much. So with that, let's enjoy a brief video of what the exciting times we had together over the last 2 days. Let's roll the video, please.